Hello, on to week 21 of A League predictions now. But first, let's have a look back on what happened in week 20 games there. Starting off with my club, the Wellington Phoenix. Did a live watch on for this game as well too. And we got a 2-0 victory over Western United. Kakashi and David Bull on the score sheet. Kakashi in the 29th minutes and David Bull right at the end in the 90th minute for the victory. 2 on target for the Wellington Phoenix there, so a pretty comfortable and decisive victory against the Australian Western United side for that game. And the game I wish I saw, which was Western Sydney against Adelaide, turned out to be a 7-goal thriller. Western Sydney winning that one 5-2. Shuigala in the 5th minute, Muller in the 25th, Duke scoring a couple, and Cox on the score sheet too. McGree and Halloran for Adelaide. So there were 6 goals in this game in the first half of the match there, just the 1 goal in the second half for Western Sydney, but ultimately a 3-goal victory for them, so pretty decisive in the end. But they had a few other matches with the league predictions there to catch up on too, but I'm a bit ahead of schedule now for this week, so potentially might be able to get to see few of these games as well. 24 to 17 shots and 10 to 3 on target for Western Sydney for that match. The next game was Brisbane Roar and Perth Glory. Boroli scoring for Perth in the 33rd minutes, with Brisbane with a late equaliser with Gillespie in the 85th minute. 11 shots each and 6 to 2 on target for Perth Glory in the end. Newcastle Jets and Melbourne Victory was also a 1-1 draw. O'Donovan in the 24th minute for Newcastle and Tweleven in the 49th minute for Melbourne Victory. 14 to 10 shots for Newcastle Jets and 4 to 3 on target for the Victory. And the final match, a 3-0 victory for West Sydney over the Central Coast Mariners. Ninkovic in the 8th minutes. And sealed it off right near the end there with Tilio in the 89th minutes, just a minute after coming on off the bench there, 18-year-old or so, I believe, because I did manage to see most of this match. And Van der Sar in the 91st minutes to wrap up a comfortable victory in the end. 9 shots each, 4 to 2 on target for Sydney, but Central Coast Mariners fought validly, but ultimately but lackluster final goal, which cost them quite a few games. And how I got on with those predictions, I managed to get 3 correct out of 5, and those games I got correct, I managed to get the correct score as well too, so pretty good stuff. The Wellington Phoenix with a 2-0 victory over Western United there, 2-0, called that one. I also managed to call the Newcastle Melbourne Victory 1-1 draw game, and Sydney's 3-0 victory over Central Coast Mariners, all correct. The games I got wrong though, Western Sydney and Adelaide, they went for a 1-1 draw, but a 5-2 bumping win for Western Sydney in the end. What a game that was, if you managed to see it, of course. And I went for Perth to beat Brisbane, but ultimately Brisbane with that late equaliser to get themselves a draw. And also shout out to Gatman there, who also put his predictions there for the A-League matches, managing to get just the 2 correct, but got the correct score with Brisbane and Perth with that 1-1 draw. And he also predicted Sydney to beat Central Coast Mariners as well too. And the games that he got on, he went for Western United to get the win, Adelaide to get the win, and Newcastle Jets to get the win. I managed to win this lots of matches this time around, but feel free to put your own predictions in the comment section below for this week's games. Yeah, hello Gatman, just talking about you right there. I managed to beat you for this week, 3 out of 5 compared to your 2 out of 5, but better luck next time for these lot of games. And just saying, the 3 that I got right, I managed to get spot on as well too. So a pretty good week for me overall there. So here we go, on to this week's matches in the A-League, starting off with the Sydney Derby, with Sydney against Western Sydney. Cheers. 12 wins for Sydney, 5 wins for Western Sydney, and 6 draws. Sydney 5 wins and 2 draws in the past 8 games. Sydney are the favourites for this match at $1.72, $3.75 for the draw, $4.20 for Western Sydney. And this match is a bit of a catch-up match as it was postponed because of torrential rain a few weeks ago. So I already have put my prediction in for this game. But ultimately, here's how things are looking on the table at the moment for these two clubs. Sydney leading the way there very convincingly with 43 points this season, 13 points clear of Perth Glory in second spots. The one-away leaders, 14 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. While for Western Sydney, an 8th spot there, 2 wins and a draw in their past 5 games, 21 points from their 17 matches there. So Sydney at home, very convincing season for them. And I'm also doing a live watch along for this game as well too, so feel free to come back when that comes along in a couple of days' time. But for this game here, should be a convincing Sydney win. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 Sydney win for this match here. The next game is Newcastle Jets against Perth Glory. 25 wins for Perth, 7 wins for the Jets, and 10 draws. Perth 5 wins and 2 draws in the past 7 matches. The odds for this game, $2.75 for Newcastle, $3.30 for the draw, and $2.40 for Perth. On the table currently, Newcastle Jets are in 10th place, 3 draws and a victory in their past 4 matches. So picking up a bit of form there. Just the 2 points clear of Central Coast Mariners, who are at the bottom. While for Perth Glory, they are the 2nd place team. 2 wins and 3 draws for them in the past 5 games, in a massive battle on who's going to finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th, currently all having 30 points, including Melbourne City and my club, the Wellington Phoenix there. So those are sort of the minor placings, but important placings to determine home semi-finals, elimination finals, those type of things there come the end of the season. So for this game here, going to go for Perth Glory to get the victory away from home. And ultimately, just the 1 goal margin, going to go for a 2-1 Perth Glory victory on that one. The next game is Melbourne Victory against Adelaide. 26 wins for the Victory, 13 wins for Adelaide, and 10 draws. Adelaide winning the last 4 games. Odds for this game, $2.20 for the Victory, $3.30 for the draw, and $3.10 for Adelaide. On the table, Melbourne Victory are in 9th place, winless in their past 5 games, so they aren't living up to the name of the Victory. 2 draws, 3 defeats for them, just the 17 points there this season. Contrast to their last season, where they comfortably managed to be towards the top of the table there, but not this season for them. Well, for Adelaide, they're currently in 5th place there, 3 wins and 2 defeats for them in the past 5 games, and are the only club to not draw a match this season, 9 wins and 9 defeats. So you either win or lose for Adelaide. And for this game, I think they are going to win. Going to go for a 2-0 victory for Adelaide. The next game is the new club Western United against Central Coast. So just the 2 matches played between these 2 sides. 1 win each, Western Sydney with a 3-0 home victory, and Central Coast winning their home match 1-0. Odds for this game at $2.10 for Western United, $3.30 for the draw, and $3.30 for Central Coast. Western United are in 7th, winless in their past 4, just the 1 draw, and 1 victory 5 games ago. For Central Coast, at least 5 losses in a row there. Bottom of the table, but they have put in some good performances as of late there, but ultimately just a bit lackluster in front of goal to get things done. Yeah, hello there, CBR9 Equates, doing the A-League predictions there. So yeah, Central Coast Mariners have put in the good performances. Western United were pretty awful against the Wellington Phoenix last time around. could potentially have the making of all 4 game there, but sometimes when you get 2 struggling sides against each other, defence definitely an issue for Central Coast, as they only managed to get 1 clean sheet in like their last 40 plus games or so. So definitely going to be at least a goal or 2. Going to go for a 1-1 draw for this match here, but feel free to share your thoughts for these games as well too if you're interested. And the final match is between Melbourne City and Brisbane War. 13 wins for Melbourne City, 11 wins for Brisbane War, and 6 draws. Last 5, 2 wins each, and a draw. On the table, Melbourne City are in 3rd, 2 wins, 2 defeats, and a draw in their past 5 games. While for Brisbane War, they got 3 wins and a draw for them in the past 5 games, currently sitting in 6th place on the table. And the odds for this game, $1.57 for Melbourne City, $3.75 for the draw, and $5 for Brisbane War. And for this game here, I'm going to go for a 5-goal thriller. I'm going to go for a 3-2 victory for Melbourne City. And that concludes my Week 21 A-League predictions there. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And feel free to check out all my other prediction videos as well too that I do through the Premier League, Scottish Premiership, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga 1, a few other club series as well too, and some cup competitions and the Olympics. But anything else you want to say before I get going? I'm also going to do the Premier League predictions coming up later on tonight there, so if you are watching live, feel free to come back for that as well too. And speaking of which, yeah, Chelsea, my club, all for 3-0 defeats against Bayern Munich in the Champions League today there, so we're effectively out of that competition. But we're talking a little bit more about that coming up. But anything else you want to say there, Gatman or CBN9 Quates, before I finish this particular video off? No, doesn't seem like it. So feel free to put your own predictions for these matches in the comment section below and see how we get on for this week's games there. So far it's just been me and Gatman head to head there. Okay, yeah, fair enough there. And I'll be back not too much later anyway for my Premier League predictions as well too, if you want to check out their live stream too. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back again very soon. Cheers.